Yes, I am alive, don't worry. Also, don't talk about my foundation. I brought my travel bag to the storage unit and the shades are not matching today.
Girl, look how orange you look, girl.
But anyways, hi friends, my name is Frederic, and if you can't tell by the title, I have a story for you. First of all, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm single now, don't even mention it, okay? Thanks. But if you follow my short form content on shorts, I've talked about this person before. So this is my online stalker story. My truth. Not Jeffree Star style. It all started back in like December. I had this one person named Javon go into my comments. His username was like Javon2000 at the time, so I knew he's around my age. Like 23, I think at best. And I'm so used to it. Like, you got a homophobe here, I hate comment every day, whatever. It's engagement for me. I've done this for 8 years. Nothing phases me anymore. But what was surprising was that consistently on every new post I did, he was there. Every Instagram post, static, real or not, he was there within like 10 minutes at best. So that means he had my notifications on. And I would always pin him because it's funny to pin shame someone. And it turned into a running joke. People would expect him to be in my comments. Like, I can't wait for Javon to show up here before Javon. Which sometimes he was the first one, like within 30 seconds of me posting, he was there. And I dug around, I was like, okay, let me find out how he's able to do this because I know how to stalk. As a proud Cancer, I know I'm crazy, so I know how to find people just as good as this. His first comment was, you need to find your masculinity, this is sickening. That's what started it all. It was so easy to find this out. This man made a couple burner accounts, not just one, around 5 I think. Here are 2, Jacob and Capitans. If you go to Jacob's account, who's he following? Me and himself, Javon. Go to Capacitance, who are they following? Javon. Real easy there, buddy. And I genuinely took it as this person is just like some secret fan who is purposely doing hate comments because they know that gets attention, helps my engagement because you get a comment thread and like a lot of people comment. Obviously views, likes, you know what happens. And I was really appreciative. I was like, oh, thanks, like you're in on it. But then I went to his channel. I don't think he's a fan. Like, he's born in Louisville, Kentucky, I think. Because I found your Facebook. I'm good at that too.
This is his SoundCloud.
And he's made so many videos. Think of like Andrew Tate, but the worst version. Like, terrible camera quality. Looks like you put Vaseline over it. I have some advice for you. Get some soap and water or microfiber wipe because Instagram does not favor blurry ass shitty content. Secondly, I post every day online. Every day on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I try, okay? If you are on there as much as I am replying to people, because once I pin you, obviously y'all will reply because you know how to troll. He replies back. So you're on just as much as me, and this is my job. So what are you doing with your life then? And he says allegedly he's a church owner, which not a thing. Churches aren't just owned casually like that. You're a pastor probably, which you're not. No one wants to hear you speak. He says he's a pilot. If you're a pilot, that's gonna be on your LinkedIn. You don't have a LinkedIn. You don't have a job. All you do is post on Facebook yelling at other people because you have nothing better to do with your life. And he goes to the gym a lot, which, you know, when you have no life, what else are you gonna do?
Well...
And I'm not threatened by this. I've seen this come and go. I've seen people say strangest things, the most aggressive things to me, wanting me to die, well, whatever. Coming with something juicy for once, okay? But then he got into my DMs and he would like constantly every day just send me offensive things. Not like words, that's nothing to me, but like videos that literally cannot be sent without violating terms of service. I'm talking like sexual stuff, porn, graphic stuff, things that like you would see when the internet was just on. Think of the internet before YouTube, like when anything was okay. Javon was on there at the same time, probably, because I was on there. I've seen it. So your mind is probably just as messed up as me. And that's how we connect. But at some point he said, I'm gonna come over to New York in like 4 weeks and find you or something. You didn't. It's been 4 weeks. He would yell at my other friends. Like I have this one friend named Julian. He said, you need to go to the gym. He commented under Nazera, which don't come from my queen. For those who don't know, SZA's makeup artist. Previously the blueprint for a bunch of trends you see. And the face of the new Milk Makeup matte setting spray. But don't you dare even talk about her. And she shut him down instantly. She instantly blocked after sending a comment that says, you need to sit down. He's come from my friend Anya, same thing, blueprint, look at it, cake face, blocked. Cause they don't have time for you. They're busy booked and doing stuff in life. You're busy sitting on the internet. I'd say after 2 months, he started teasing this idea of, I'm about to make a video about you because you keep running away from debating me. And I don't know where he got this narrative that I'm running away from debate. One, I don't have time for you. And I know what a debate means. You're just gonna go live with me like fucking Terry Joe and then just get clout for being a troll. I don't know if you know this, Javon, but I took debate club specifically to debate my parents, and I've successfully converted them about certain opinions. There's nothing to debate with your thick ass skull. None of my words will get to you. It literally would reflect off that bright ass 6 head of yours. And y'all know I don't stoop low enough to go for someone's physical looks, but when you come for mine and you don't show me any respect goes both ways. I'm not giving you any. You don't deserve it. And also it's fun to just say, try to grow a hairline whenever he tries to reply to my comments, because he can say whatever he wants and I'll just say, you're losing hair by 23 already. You're losing hair. What are you gonna do about that? Sorry, just can't relate. And then he finally made the debate video. It's here, by the way. For those who don't know the context, he's also said stuff like this.
Black women are walking around in society shielded. They're in a suit of armor, shielded from modern society. And what I mean by that is this. The average black woman has hair that isn't hers, eye contacts that aren't her eyes, long raptor claws, long eyelashes that look like tarantulas on their face, a bunch of makeup, BBLs. I hate it when I hear how black women complain about a white European standard in America, right? But the men aren't telling y'all to do that. They want to complain about racism and how they have to try their best to look like a white woman in order to look and feel pretty. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Let's try to watch this video. I don't know if I can last the 9 minutes because I might actually jump in front of incoming traffic by the time I'm done, because I don't have time for this and I want to sit here and look pretty as I'm getting very oily. Sorry.
All right, y'all. So we got this radical homosexual.
True.
I didn't want to do this video.
That's a lie. You did. You've teased it for months.
You know, he's responsible for getting my Instagram deleted.
That is true too. I'm very proud of that. I want an award for that because you used to have 17,000 followers, of which at least 10,000 you bought because you only have 100 likes on your reels, which is embarrassing engagement. But either way, I got that shut down. You have like what, 100 followers now? Yeah.
And I really didn't want to do this video.
You know you did.
But he doesn't force me.
No one's forcing you because you're doing this to yourself. The hate you have for me is eating at you, so you need to release it somehow. Wipe the lens.
Now, I first took issue with him. The only reason I even know about this cat is because I seen him on TikTok.
Oh, so I came onto your For You page. If I come onto your For You page organically, it's a For You page for a reason. So maybe think twice about commenting or engaging with my content. Because if you comment, even a hate comment, you're telling TikTok, oh, I like this queer. I'm gonna show you more of him. Use the brain. Okay, do you have one? Have we used common sense ever?
What he's doing is called woman face.
I look so stunning, by the way. That look is so good. He says I'm doing women face, similar to how blackface works. Let me break this down for you. Women face is not a word. But the fact that you complimented me and said I am passing as a woman to you, thank you. I love women. I think women are beautiful, way more than you. But you're using this in a derogatory term, trying to say that people who dress as women is bad, because you're misogynistic. But either way, a little history lesson because you obviously didn't pay attention in class. Probably too busy dying in Call of Duty because you suck at it. I saw your streams. Not good. Makeup was originally invented by men and for men across all cultures. It was gender neutral. Both men and women would wear it. Like for example, Egypt, or even every country in Europe, China, Korea. All of them, ancient times, all did makeup, men included. Also, third genders were a thing. Other genders were a thing besides men and women back then. You still see them today in indigenous cultures. It's always been there. It's always been documented. But for you to imply that this is trying to be a woman, that means you have a stereotypical mindset of what a woman means to you. And you're telling me a woman must have makeup on. You're telling me a woman must look like this when you already called out other black women for wearing makeup and implying that black women wear makeup to look more like European women, which is false, because specifically in the Western society we live in, the trends you see are from black women by black women. So sit down there.
Just like how back in the day, you know, white actresses and actors would have overly big lips, darkened skin, like pitch black skin. What he's doing, wearing feminine clothing and putting on a bunch of makeup, it's woman face, just like blackface. It's a form of racism. It's a form of appropriation.
Women are not a race, so you're wrong there. I think you're doing your race a lot of injustice. Because for you to compare this to blackface is insulting to black history.
Because don't no woman actually look like this. Let's take a look at some more.
Girl. So if you don't think women look like this, how are you gonna say it's women face then?
You know, I'm open to debate this guy, both in person and on live, but for some reason, he just wants to go tit for tat and make all these videos about each other, which, hey, he didn't force me to do it. You know, I actually want the best for him. I want him to find his masculinity, become a strong man.
Oh, so he wants the best for me. So let's break down masculinity real quick. It's subjective. Okay, what you think is masculine, you have to understand that. Masculinity implies something related to men. What does a man mean to you? Does a man have to have a penis? I know plenty of men born without penises. Does a man have to be muscular? I know plenty of men who aren't muscular. So if you have an opinion on what being a man means, everyone else has a different opinion too, which means that their own version of masculinity is different from your version of masculinity. And I'll tell you what the whole point of masculinity is for you to be comfortable in your own identity as a man. I am comfortable with my identity as a man. I didn't always feel that way. I feel that way now. If you feel challenged or offended by another person's form of masculinity, expression of it, you're not comfortable in your masculinity. Because people comfortable in their masculinity, confident people in general, they have no reason or time to go after other people, to feel challenged by that. I hope you know I don't plan to get big and strong because that just looks weird on my build. And you said you're 6'4", you're definitely not. I've measured the gym equipment, you're probably my height at best. It looks weird because then you look like a thumb. So no, I'd rather not have big ass muscles. It's so bright. Hey. I fully skipped this part, so we're gonna do a live reaction to this. Also, I had so much makeup on, y'all. It took me like 10 minutes to wipe that off.
He wants to call me a homophobe. He wants to say that I'm a radical fan or whatever.
Both are true. If you want to call yourself a man, own up to this shit you say, because if you're gonna try to deny your homophobicness, there's over 100 comments and plenty of DMs you've sent my way asking for the death to them, saying good riddance to them, and attacking literal children. Not very Christian of you if you actually read the Bible and thought about love thy neighbor, and like the hundreds of other passages that mention love, and how none of them mention homophobia because that word wasn't invented back then when it was originally written. Because guess what? It was all propaganda created by white men to push an agenda, and you're just part of it.
No, buddy, you started this with me.
2 lies is something. 3 lies is pathological. Maybe that skull also has short-term memory loss because you literally commented the first thing. I guess me existing on your For You page started it because you didn't like the fact that someone is more successful than you who is queer. Deal with it, man up. Not my fault you don't know how to make good content.
I don't even like talking to homosexuals.
You may not like talking to homosexuals, but you clearly like talking about homosexuals because you've talked for 9 minutes about this. That's a lot of effort to put on a stranger, and you make no money from this. Also, I want to say, while I do make light of the situation and it's very entertaining to y'all probably, don't worry about me, I'm fine. I want y'all to remember that these people are dangerous. Like, this type of mindset, bigotry in general, they are the reasons people die. They are the reasons children are dying in schools. They are the reasons that people's rights are being taken away right now. They are the reasons that people have power in Congress still. Because there's over 350 anti-trans bills introduced only this year in the United States. Repeat that in your mind, please. So please don't say it gives you anxiety. Please don't try to run away from this. If you want to be a bystander, by all means, just remember which side of history would you want to be on. The side that did not speak up? Because I would hate to see your friends be affected by these bills once they're passed. Because they will be passed without people protesting and speaking up. And this goes especially to allies. You need to speak up twice as much, on an equivalent level as we are speaking up, because an ally is standing beside people, not behind, being protected, you know, cheering us on. We don't need you to cheer us on. And if that made you uncomfortable or you got offended, I want you to really think in your mind, who are these bills actually offending and making uncomfortable? Because if you want to call yourself an ally, go ahead. I would hate to see you not be able to go to drag bars because there's no more drag queens there who can perform. I would hate to see your friends be unable to transition, or they might unfriend you with good reason, because you need to be there for your friends, your family, these communities, if you want to be part of that community as well and call yourself an ally. And as always, stay safe, everyone, please.
And trying to call guys like me out who are actually saving people's lives, transporting them all across the world, actually serving a purpose in this world, you know?
He mentioned how he's like saving people's lives, transporting them around the world. I don't trust him to pilot, but also if you are booked and busy as you say you are, how do you physically have the time to be online just as much as me? Because I know how much I'm online. It's my job. And clearly by your Facebook and lack of a LinkedIn, I'm not convinced you went to college, and I am almost positive you're not actually a pilot.
I would never trust this person around any child. Any child.
Oh, this part. You wouldn't trust me around any children. One, I don't fucking like children. The last thing I want to do is be around them. No offense to y'all, but since you want to talk about church and facts, here are some facts for you that I'll show online, because if I say it out loud, I probably will get demonetized. Your pastors are doing literally 10 times more things than queer people are in general. If you can even find me one instance of a drag queen being a confirmed ped, I can give you 1,000 more cases of pastors and people within the church being pets, politicians being pets, men being pets. Because the thing is, men like you are pets. Incels like you are pets. Besides the fact that he found my Facebook, which is not hard to find, my name is out there. He's threatened a lot of my friends like Lily, go follow her too. She's trans, proudly. She's an amazing artist and deserves more hype. But the fact that you would come from my friends like that and even think about going for my family or even trying to threaten to come here when you can't even afford a flight to New York, I want you to know I'm going to run you into the ground. I want to be around you in life for the rest of eternity. I will haunt you even if you block me, because you're about to see me on billboards. You're going to see me in stores that you can't avoid. There's new things coming. I can't tell you what yet. I would love to see the look on your face knowing that queer people are succeeding in life while you sit there doing nothing when you could be doing great things outside of hating. But I have one request to make for y'all. If you could report his Instagram because it's hate speech, report that video and his whole YouTube account. Either way, I'll text my manager as well because I'm friends with YouTube. I held off reporting you because I wanted to save this video, and I'm monetizing off of your own content, your ignorance. I don't blame anyone for being raised ignorant. I blame you for not being able to learn and being unable to change your perspective. 3, his TikToks here and his Facebooks here. If you want to report all of them, I have all the links, and I cannot wait for you to get a job because once you make that public, Javon, I have all the receipts of your hate speech, and I cannot wait to tell the company you work for, if you work for a company. You should probably think about starting your own business because if not, I will find a way to fire you. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment down below about what you think about this. I'll keep you updated. If you want to see it, he's always pinned on my comments. Boy has no other thing to do besides comment. Like, he has easily given me over 1,000 views because I've seen so many comments of his. So thank you for that, Javon. Mwah. Thank you so much for that. I truly believe the views did help, so I do appreciate that. And if you are secretly a fan, you're a great actor. You should probably get an Oscar for that. But either way, good luck, Javon. And as always, I love you all. Everything is less than 3, and I will see you next week because I will start posting again. I'll be consistent now. Bye.